Hi, it's Norman Kochnik here, live from, we're basically in the heart of Sydney. You can see behind me the St Mary's Cathedral. I'm in the middle of the city. I just decided to have an impromptu discussion about something that's rather dramatic, a bit of drama, in fact, never-ending drama regarding the whole COVID-19 saga in the world. It looks as though yet again we've got an issue with COVID-19. I'm blessed to have my colleague and friend Debashis Sen from Extra Time to join me now. How are you, Debashis?
Fine, Norman. How are you?
I'm very, very happy to be outdoors. In fact, I can turn around there and show you more. I have an incredible backdrop. So the point is that we have a major issue there regarding the whole situation with COVID-19. We have the second T20 international between India and Sri Lanka has been postponed. I would argue indefinitely, but they're saying only 24 hours. What's your take, Debashis?
Yeah, that's the development coming from Colombo, Norman. That the second T20 that was supposed to be held tonight, has been postponed for as the Indian players had a rapid antigen test, and there they discovered that Krunal Pandya, the left arm spinning all rounder, has been tested positive, and 8 of the members of the Indian squad has been in close contacts with Krunal Pandya, due to which the entire Indian team has gone in isolation. So there will be test further tomorrow, and to know what exactly whether there are any more cases or not, and up, after that they will decide whether to go ahead with the second T20. But as of now, the second T20 international that was supposed to be held tonight, that is on July 27th, Tuesday, has been postponed to Wednesday, July 28th. Norman.
Now, thank you. Certainly, Debashis, that sounds relevant to the time frame, but I'd be shocked if I were them to actually do the audacious to say they can put it on 24 hours later is rather hopeful, because you would imagine if Krunal Pandya has tested positive, there's a very strong likelihood that other players are also the same. I'd be quite shocked if it would be a perfect clean record. He would be the only one. That would amaze me, and I would find that hard to comprehend. So I'd say we're looking at a longer delay. That would mean the second and third T20 international between Sri Lanka and India will probably be delayed somewhat. Now, considering such other topics as the IPL and even the World Cup, this is a very important series to get out, done and dusted. Of course, Prithvi Shaw and Sky Yadav are also due to be going to England, correct?
Absolutely. Now, I don't think there won't be any further postponement, because the series was supposed to be ending on July 29th, which means the second and the third T20 would be played back to back, because as you might know, that if we can recollect, that it has already been delayed, the series, because the series was supposed to start, and it got further delayed by a week because there were positive cases in the Sri Lankan team. So BCCI and Sri Lankan Cricket Board, they actually mutually agreed to start the series after a week. So now I don't see any further delays for the series to go on. So the deadline for the series is 29 July, which is the day of the final T20, because the Indian team is supposed to be back. So and talking about the 8 cases, it is not clear whether the players or the support staff have been come in close contact. So that we do not know. So Indian team, there are as many as 23 of the 23 players, 20 players and 3 standbys. So even if 8 players, if you assume that 8 players are in close contacts, that leaves the squad with 15 members. So they can easily form 11 to play those. So I don't think the series will be called off, but anything of that sort. But I am just assuming that if the RT-PCR tests tomorrow is all good, then the matches will go ahead, and we can see the second and the third T20s being played. Norman.
Okay, interesting, Debashis. I must also add about Australia. We have absolutely stuffed up our COVID-19 situation. We had a 0 cases record for over 6 months. All of a sudden, we've got 70 a day, and now we've got a problem with the amount of people that are actually vaccinated, which was around 9%. We're way behind the 8 ball, and Australia has now slid well behind a country like India, even though India has a lot more cases.
And remember, Norman, I just need to interrupt because the series involving Australia and West Indies, we had the match to be cancelled just at the hour of toss. After the toss, if I'm not wrong.
Correct.
Am I right? So
Correct.
these are unforeseen circumstances. So you never know what might crop up because you never know, because I believe the Indian players have been staying at the hotel, the Taj Samudra in Colombo. So I don't see them roaming about here and there because these are all strange times. So just as we know, back in England, Rishabh Pant was tested positive, and that was the reason he couldn't play that first warm-up match against County 11. So I don't, because I think the team management, the Indian team and team management have been very strict with their health protocols. So I don't see it. It's just all of a sudden that Krunal Pandya has tested positive. It's a coincidence, but it's not that because I could see some comment that Krunal Pandya has been indisciplined. That is not the case about indiscipline. It's that it's a very strange disease, Norman. Strange. You never know
Absolutely.
who will test positive, who will not test positive. We never know. We are living in a strange world.
But can I say one thing to our viewers and everybody that wants to listen post? Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. Both first and second jabs. I don't care if you're 9 to 90. Get vaccinated. There is no excuses. You're not immune to it. You're not too young. You're not too old. You're not invincible. You need to get vaccinated. If you want this world to get back into some semblance of reality, of normality, get vaccinated. And this is a great example. Even the most untouchable of players are touchable. And that's my thoughts on that, certainly. Now, Debashis, from your perspective, though, will the IPL and World Cup have the same issues with quarantining and isolation? Do you think this is something, because UAE are no better off. They are not any better in terms of numbers. They also have a severe set of numbers in the UAE. What do you think? This is an ongoing issue, is it not?
I think, Norman, as far as IPL is concerned, it will definitely go ahead. But then, obviously, as we have seen the last edition of IPL, the players were in a bio bubble. They were in a bubble life. So, which will be the case again? And also the T20 World Cup, also similar thing happening with regard to the T20 World Cup. But I think it will be really very concerning and alarming, so as to say. That's the right to put it forward correctly. It is very concerning to see this news coming up of positive cases cropping up here and there. So this is something that the franchises, the BCCI, the IPL Governing Council will all be concerned and worried about.
I'm very fortunate to have a man of great talent, a senior sports journalist like you, Debashis, to call on at this moment of drama, to be able to relay messages from India, and I'm in Australia, back to a situation that's happening in Sri Lanka. And I tell you what, my backdrop is St Mary's Cathedral. Do you like it? St Mary's
Absolutely.
Cathedral.
Fantastic.
I'm hoping the gods will like that I'm being heavenly. And we are. And I'll just quickly show you more of this building. It is a fantastic. Oh, I can see more of me. There we go. It is a magnificent building. It is incredible to see this beautiful place. And I can also turn around and show you as well. Can you see that red light? Do you know what building that is?
Yeah, no, I don't get what building
Centre
is that?
Point Tower.
Okay. All
Yes.
right.
So yes, we are here at an amazing location. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Debashis, in particular, thank you. And you do well. So all the best, viewers. Again, we'll be on again shortly. All the best, guys. Thank you, Debashis.
Yeah.
Thank you. So everyone, there we are. We have the updates there from Debashis Sen from Extra Time. He's been good enough to provide us with updates. So Krunal Pandya tested positive for COVID-19. Clearly, this is not going away. Clearly, vaccinations are important. Social distancing is important, and ultimately masking up, which I will get my mask back in my car. So again, stay tuned, guys. We'll see each other very soon again. This is Norman Kochnick. This, again, behind me is St Mary's Cathedral in the centre of Sydney, and I'm lucky enough to be standing in front of it with the spires and the like. So talk soon.